about learning a new story and doing some yoga poses as we go along. So copy the moves that I do and try to have some fun. Okay, let's start off our yoga as we always do by crossing our legs and sitting on our bottoms and bringing our hands to our heart. And after 3 we'll say our yoga hello, namaste. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Well done. Now today's story is all about a hippo. So let's do a hippo pose. Come to sitting on your knees. And then keep your feet together as you take your knees nice and wide, keeping your big toes touching. And then we're going to lean forward onto our hands. Now the tricky bit. Take your hand and turn it so your fingers are facing towards you. And then can you do the same with the other hand? Now hippos have very, very big mouths. So we're going to open our mouths really, really wide. Fantastic, lovely hippo poses. Well done. Now the hippo in our story is called Harold. Come back to sitting on your knees and bring your knees together. Well done. Now Harold lives in Africa, a very, very hot country. Taking your arm up to the sky, wave at the sky and say, hello sun. Fantastic. Now to stay cool, Harold and his family and friends all stay in the lakes and the rivers. Come to lying on your tummies. And lift up your feet behind you. And then reach around one of your hands to hold your foot. And then can you do the same on the other side? Reach your other arm around to hold your other foot. And lift yourselves up into our lake and river pose. Fantastic. They stay in the lakes and rivers all day, normally sleeping to help them stay cool. Fantastic. Come back onto your knees. Harold lives with a big herd of hippos. Let's try that hippo pose again. Taking our knees nice and wide, keeping our big toes together. Leaning forward in our hands. And then turning one hand so our fingers face us. And then turning the other hand so your fingers face you. And opening that mouth really, really wide. Well done. Harold loves having fun with the cousins and friends that he lives with. Come to sitting back up on your knees. They love to play hide and seek. Most of the hippos hide, bringing your forehead down to the floor and tuck your arms in at your sides. Hiding really small, curled up in a ball. And one of the hippos, sitting yourselves back up, covers his eyes and counts. Let's count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After hiding, he goes looking for the other hippos. Give me a wave with one of your hands. And pop it onto your opposite leg and then look over that shoulder as you look that way, trying to find the hiding hippos. And then back to the front. Wave at me with your other hand. Pop it on your opposite leg and look over your other shoulder. Now the hippos do always get found very quickly because hippos are so big they find it hard to hide. The young hippos also enjoy swimming races. Come to lying on your tummies. And then kicking your feet. Using your arms, can you swim along? The hippos love swimming races, and they do this when they're resting in the waters, keeping them cool when they're not asleep, of course. Now Harold, come back to sitting on your knees, is a very, very fast swimmer, and he normally wins. Give him a cheer. Fantastic, well done. As it is so hot where Harold and his family live, they often wait for the sun to go down. Come to standing with your feet together. We're going to reach up to the sky and say, goodbye, sun. And then taking your hands, leaving your arms out straight, bending forward, and showing the sun going down. They often wait until the sun has gone down before they become more active. Bring yourself back up to standing. Now the hippos love to eat grass. Take your legs nice and wide, and we're going to bend forward again, bringing our hands or our fingers to the floor. And then we're going to move our fingers over to one foot and eat some grass over here. And move our fingers to the other side to eat some grass over here. Fantastic, and then bring yourself back up to standing. As the sun goes down one evening, Harold gets out of the lake. Let's go back into that lake pose. Come to lying on your tummies. Lifting up your leg behind you and then reaching behind with each of your arms to hold onto your feet. As the sun goes down one evening, Harold gets out of the lake. And then he comes to sitting on the grass. Let's go back into that hippo pose. Sitting on our knees. And then taking our knees wide, keeping our big toes together. Leaning forward in our hands. And then turning those hands so our fingers are facing towards us. Opening our mouth nice and wide. Well done. Harold sits on the grass. He's feeling a bit funny. He's not feeling happy at all. Harold has a strange feeling in his head and his tummy. Come to sitting on your box with your legs crossed. And then rubbing your tummy with one hand and patting your head with the other. Fantastic. Now can you swap your hands over? Harold's strange feeling. He thinks it's because he's just woken up. He's just woken up after a night of bad dreams and horrible nightmares. Also, he's lost his favourite teddy. Harold just does not know what to do. He sits there feeling sad, bringing your knees together and give them a hug. Poor Harold. All of a sudden, Annie, the aardvark. Let's go into an aardvark pose. Come onto your hands and knees. And then you're going to stretch out one arm in front of you for her long nose. And then lift up your opposite leg to show her long tail. Annie the aardvark heads over to Harold. She can see that he's not happy. She can see he's feeling sad. Come to sitting on your knees. Annie asks Harold what's wrong, rubbing your jaw. Harold is just about to tell Annie why he's feeling sad. And all of a sudden, rubbing your head, Annie has an idea. Go back into our aardvark pose, onto your hands and knees. But this time, lift up your opposite arm for your nose and stretch out your opposite leg for your tail. And the aardvark says, I know, I'm going to tell you jokes to make you laugh. That'll make you feel better. Hang on to your bottoms and lift across your legs. Annie is ready. She's going to make Harold happy again. She tells him some jokes, and as she's telling him them, Annie keeps on laughing. Take a big breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, you're going to go, ha, ha, ha. Fantastic. And she tells another one and she laughs again, breathing in. Ha, ha, ha. And then she tells another one, breathing in. Ha, ha, ha. But although Annie's laughing at all of her own jokes, Harold, hugging your knees, doesn't feel any better. He's still feeling sad. Annie just gives up and walks away. Poor Harold. Later, Bob, the bush baby. Let's go into a bush baby pose. Come to sitting up on your knees. And then take one of your legs out to the side to show his long tail. Now bush babies have very big eyes, so show me your super spectacles to show his big eyes. Fantastic. Later, Bob the bush baby hops down from a tree. Let's go into a tree pose. Come to standing with your feet together. Taking one foot on top of the other, bring your hands to your heart. And grow your tree and open your branches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely strong trees. Bring that tree down. Let's try it on the other side. Take that foot down and bring your other foot on top this time. And grow your tree and open your branches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Bringing that tree back down. Bob the bush baby can see that Harold is feeling sad. So he decides to ask him, what's wrong? Rubbing your jaw as he asks Harold why he's feeling sad. Harold is just about to tell Bob why he's feeling sad when, rubbing your head, Bob has an idea. Let's go back into our bush baby pose, sitting up on our knees. And this time take out your opposite leg to show the long tail. And show me your big Bob the bush baby eyes. I know I'm going to distract you by keeping you busy. That will make you feel happy again. First, Bob gets Harold to help him make a bed. Let's go into a bed pose. Coming onto your bottoms, your knees bent in front of you and your feet flat on the floor. Taking your hands either side of your bottom. And then lift up your hips. And put your head back and look up at the ceiling. Harold helps Bob make a bed out of sticks, leaves and mud. Next, Bob gets Harold doing some running, just standing. As he runs along. And he gets him to do some star jumps. Because Bob the bush baby says that exercising distracts you and makes you happy again. And finally, he says to Harold, they're going to play hide and seek. Coming onto your knees, Bob covers his eyes and counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But when he opens his eyes, coming onto your bottoms, hug your knees, Harold hasn't hidden anywhere. He's still sitting there feeling sad. Bob's idea didn't work. Bob the bush baby gives up and just walks away. Poor Harold. After, along comes Hetty, the honey badger. Let's go into a badger pose. Coming onto your hands and knees. And then stretching out one leg behind you, keeping the leg nice and straight, curling your toes underneath on the floor, showing her long tail. Hetty, the honey badger, comes over, and she notices that Harold is feeling sad. Going to sit on your knees. Hetty, rubbing your jaw, asked Harold what's wrong, asking him why he's feeling sad. Harold is just about to tell Hetty why he's feeling sad when, rubbing your head, Hetty has an idea. Go back into that honey badger pose, onto our hands and knees, and this time stretch out the opposite leg, curling under your toes and keeping your leg nice and straight. Hetty says, I am going to read you a story. That will make you happy. It'll be a nice, happy story. Coming onto your bottoms. Bring your feet together so the bottoms of your feet are touching and hold your toes. Hetty starts reading Harold a story, turning the pages in your book. Hetty the honey badger has chosen a very happy story, and she reads it smiling to herself. She loves this story. As she ends the story, she looks up, bringing your knees together and hugging your knees. Hetty notices that Harold is not feeling happier. He still looks sad. Her happy story did not work. Hetty the honey badger gives up and walks away. Poor Harold. Finally, Fred, the fennec fox, comes along. Comes to sitting on your knees. Now, fennec fox has very big ears, so take your hands nice and wide and pop them on top of your head to show me your great big fennec fox ears. Well done. Fred comes along and notices that Harold is not feeling happy. He can see he's feeling sad. He asks Harold what's wrong, rubbing your jaw. Harold is just about to tell Fred what's wrong when he remembers. Every other time he's tried to tell someone what's wrong, they've just interrupted him. So instead, taking your head down to the floor, he curls up into a ball, bringing your arms by your sides and sits. Hiding in a ball shape, waiting for Fred to interrupt with his idea. After some time, Harold sits back up. He notices that Fred hasn't said anything. Let's go back into our hippo pose, taking our knees nice and wide, keeping your big toes together, leaning on your hands, and then turn your hands so the fingers are facing you. Harold decides now is time to talk. He takes 3 big hippo breaths. Take a big breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, you're going to show me that really big open mouth. And another in. One more in. Well done. And then, sitting yourself back and bring your knees together. Rubbing your jaw. Harold explains to Fred all about what's happened. How sad he was feeling when he woke up and why he was feeling sad. About the nightmares. About losing his favourite teddy. And then about all his friends that just wouldn't listen and kept interrupting his words. They didn't give him a chance to speak like this. And Fred, rubbing your ears from the bottom to the top and all the way back down again, uses his great big ears to sit and just listen and listen as Harold talks and talks and talks. After telling Fred, Harold notices that he feels so much better. Rub your jaws and show me a great big smile. Fantastic. Then, taking your arms out nice and wide, he gives Fred a great big hug, wrapping yourself up in a hug. And he says, "Thank you, Fred. I just needed somebody to listen to me." And then Harold comes sitting on your bottoms with your legs out wide. Bends forward to eat some grass. As he sits back up, Harold notices something. Take out your super spectacles. He notices something in the reeds by the lake. Harold notices it's his favourite teddy. He picks up his teddy and then he lays down on his side, comes to laying on your sides, and holds his teddy in his arms. And now it's time to come to laying on our backs, with our legs out straight and our arms by our sides. We are so glad that Harold found his teddy in the end. We feel sorry for him that he had to feel sad for so long. Harold's friends were just trying to help him. And maybe when our friends feel sad, they might need us to make them laugh, or distract them, or read them a story. But the first thing we should always remember to do is just listen. Listen to them tell us what is wrong. And listen to them tell us what they need. Find out how we can help them. with your fingers a wiggle and your toes a wiggle. Lift up your knees and give them a hug. And then roll onto your side and push yourselves up onto your bottoms with your legs crossed. Bring your hands to your heart. And after 3 we'll say our yoga goodbye. Namaste. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for Diamond Yoga Stories today. See you again soon. Bye.